Yeah. So, you can't go under the couch. I think we scooched that over so you can.
Yeah.
So in this room, you'll find the door that leads.
The door of thine hopes and dreams.
Yeah, that's the hope door. And you made it out with your research.
Yay! I learned how to actually like script programs in Unity using C#, and that's a pretty big thing for me.
I think I learned a lot because when I started this camp, I didn't really know how to use Unity because I had forgotten. And at first, I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna really like the programming thing. But as the further I got, the more I got engaged in it, And but by now, I really understand, and I think that's a really nice thing to learn for me.
I guess I learned more about GitHub, the syncing website, and also how to make playmaker states in Unity actually do things and not just sit there useless.
Good job, guys. Future ideas? If you guys have more time, what would you do?
I would iron out some things that we shall not speak of that you can do. Okay, how about we both say that?
Okay. I would have probably, there were a couple of visual things that aren't all that obvious, but I would still like to fix. For example, looking out the window or a couple of walls that aren't very friendly. Stuff like that.
Some things that don't have colliders. Like,
what?
What other thing does this game work for?
Oculus!
It would have taken us 5 minutes to implement it in the game. The only problem is that the Oculus itself isn't working.
The Oculus is not a fit.
It's a virtual reality.
But the game is fully functional with the Oculus virtual reality headset, so it's actually like you're in the game, you're not just walking around, you actually feel small and feel big.
So it's pretty cool.
But the set's not working?
Yeah. Our Oculus is not working.
Yes, briefly demo if it was supposed to work.
What?
So.
No, but it's not implemented at the moment.
Yes, well, it's not implemented. It's true. So the Oculus isn't working right now. We're having problems. It's still in alpha, and then Windows 10 came out, and the drivers changed, and anyway, so it's not working.
But the game itself does work on PC.
Yes.
That's very good.
Cool.
Do we have any questions from the parents or anybody else? For this team and the project? No questions?
I have one. So the second time when you came through and you won, is that about the average length of time that it should take you to play the game, or?
Yes.
Maybe longer.
Yeah, because Jamie's played it quite a few times.
Yeah.
Okay,
And you
so
might take some time to figure out, and you might, the guards might find you a bunch more times, more than once at least. And also you might not figure out how to get past the guard that's blocking the staircase.
So if you're playing it, if a person's just starting and they're just playing it for the first time, there's not like a map of the house, right? They've got to sort of explore.
The path you took up the wall and up the bookcase thing, is that the path? I mean,
yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
other paths
so
aren't available. You really are not going to get by the guards or things like that unless you climb up the wall.
Walking between his legs does not work.
It doesn't?
It used to, but we fixed that.
It's not supposed to work. That doesn't.
How tall are you supposed to be? You figure.
Well,
My
the thing
mouse is bigger than you, so.
Okay.
The way the growing and shrinking script works, instead of having everything be normal sized and then it shrinks you down, for some reason the player controller doesn't work correctly if it's smaller than 1, so smaller than a scale of 1. So instead, I scale everything up to 80 times its normal size, and then scale it down.
So it seemed like you were shrunk the whole time. Did you get big again?
Well, I went big on the stairs, but you can play through the whole game while you're small.
Is that how you mostly played it?
Yeah.
And so it seemed like, because I'm like, I didn't see it.
When you were running around being as light as a feather trying to jump on stuff, were you running on the wall at any point?
No.
You can't run on
Like,
walls.
if you jump next to the wall, it kind of looks like you're running on it, but
So you jumped a lot.
yeah, lots and lots of jumping. Nick?
You mentioned how it doesn't make very much sense that the small guy can run just as fast as the big version, but there's still the idea of like bugs fly really fast and stuff. So maybe being smaller speeds time up and you actually go that fast.
Maybe.
We were thinking
Or maybe
of
it's
speeding
easier
time
to
up,
move.
but since we didn't have enough time to actually
That's
do that.
another thing we would have added if we had a bit more time.
All right, good job.